at this place. Bruno Fernandes misses! It almost ended up in the top tier of the Stratford end.
Penalties. Scoring them can lead to glory, while failing to score can be disastrous. In this video, we look at the top 10 worst Premier League penalty takers in the competition's history. We look at players who have taken at least 10 penalties, but have struggled to handle the pressure and convert from the spot. A surprise name in the top 10, Teddy Sheringham is remembered as one of the Premier League's greatest scorers, finding the net 146 times in 418 appearances in the competition. He was also trusted from the spot, taking 31 penalties during his Premier League career. Yet, Sheringham had a low conversion rate, only finding the net 21 times. He even missed a penalty on his Premier League debut for Manchester United against his ex-club Tottenham in August 1997, although he made up for it by scoring 2 late goals. Another surprise inclusion is Wayne Rooney, Man United's all-time leading scorer and England's all-time leading scorer. However, give him the ball from 12 yards and he frequently struggles for one reason or another, only converting 68% of his penalties. Rooney missed a joint record 11 penalties in the competition. In fairness to Rooney, he took a whopping 34 penalties in the Premier League. Christian Benteke isn't the best penalty taker, missing a third of his 15 efforts in the Premier League with a 67% conversion rate. Benteke's most memorable miss came against Bournemouth in December 2017, when he went against the orders of Crystal Palace boss Roy Hodgson and wrestled the ball of a teammate to take a last-minute penalty, only to have his efforts saved in the 2-2 draw. At number 7 we have Riyad Mahrez. The Algerian has a number of penalty misses. Mahrez appears to take a lot of penalties for Man City, and the statistics suggest that it's time for Guardiola to have a word. In the Premier League, he scored 12 of his 18 penalty kicks. Mahrez is also known for missing penalties in big games. He did so in Man City's 2-2 draw against West Ham in May 2022, and blazed a spot kick over in a goalless draw against title rivals Liverpool in October 2018. One of the Premier League's deadliest finishers, Owen had a checkered record when on penalty duty for Liverpool. Michael Owen has the lowest success rate from the penalty spot of any Premier League player who has taken at least 20 penalties, scoring just 14 of his 21 attempts in the top flight. At number 5 we have Paul Pogba. Pogba's penalty record in the Premier League isn't great, scoring just 7 of his 11 attempts. It's no surprise that he didn't take that many spot kicks during his time at Old Trafford. Pogba's most memorable miss came in October 2018 against Everton, when he produced an 11-second run-up, literally taking tiny steps towards the ball, only to find Jordan Pickford's left arm. However, the Frenchman made amends by scoring the rebound. Ultimately, handing the responsibility over to either Bruno Fernandes or Cristiano Ronaldo was a smart move. Kevin Phillips scored 282 goals during his glittering career, and won the European Golden Boot after finding the net 30 times during the 1999-2000 campaign, although his penalty record wasn't the best. Coming in at number 4, he scored just 11 of his 18 Premier League spot kicks. However, Phillips did score penalties when it counted, most notably in the 2013 Championship playoff final against Watford to send Palace into the Premier League. Despite being extremely effective in open play, the smiling assassin was not quite as lethal when put on the spot. Dwight Yorke found the net 123 times in the Premier League for Aston Villa, Man United, Blackburn, Birmingham City and Sunderland, but that tally could have been higher if he could score from 12 yards out. Coming in at number 3, the ex-striker scored only 6 of his 10 Premier League penalties. At number 2 is Steed Malbronk, a division stalwart who spent a decade with Fulham, Tottenham and Sunderland. But penalties were never the Frenchman's strong point. Malbronx scored just 6 of his 10 spot kicks. After his miss for Sunderland against Stoke in November 2010, manager Steve Bruce said, "I had my doubts because I don't think Steed has scored in 2 years. It's fair to say that he won't be taking any more." Of players to have taken at least 10 in the competition, Juan Pablo Angel is the worst penalty taker in Premier League history. He only scored half of his 10 penalties for Aston Villa between October 2001 and October 2006. The Colombian striker scored 4 of his first 5 penalties, but then missed 4 of his final 5. 2 of those came in the same game against Fulham in February 2005, seeing both penalties saved by Edwin van der Sar across the space of just 5 minutes and 44 seconds. And there you have it. For those who are wondering, only one player has a 100% record in the competition from a minimum of 10 penalties, but perhaps that is a video for another Sports Stories.